Alright, okay, I know what you're thinking. So let me just close the window. Oh, stop all the wrestling around. More chassis for the JSJ Survivor. Jimmy, give it a break. I can't. I simply can't. There's so many configurations you can have. It's designed for the JSJ Saberbay Survivor. Extremely modular hilt, and therefore the chassis have to be very modular, which they already are with the twist and click mechanism, so you can interchange your chassis at any point. That is extremely modular, but I've come out with 2 more additions to the selection. And it all gets rather confusing. I've already been through this video a couple of times. Every time I've kind of gone and reviewed the video and I thought, you know what, I haven't conveyed the information as clearly as I thought. Just because there is a lot of information, I want to try and make it as simple as possible. But when there's so many, I confuse myself verbally when I speak, and then I may confuse you. So I'll give it one last attempt. So many chassis and so many configurations. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we'll start off with the upper part of the JSJ Survivor. Throughout the chassis configurations, I'll tell you which chassis is configurable for either staff, single or crossguard in terms of the uppers. And you're wondering, well, aren't the uppers the same between all of those effectively? Yes, they are. Some more than others. Some are better than others for those situations. And I'll explain it through for the uppers and for the lowers. And when I say lowers, I mean the grips and the pommels. But we'll walk through one chassis at a time, and hopefully it all makes sense. He says, saying this is the... I've been through this video a couple of times now. Okay, right, let's get this ball rolling. Here we go. First chassis through the door is the 22mm speaker. Very important. Speaker size is very important for this lot. 22mm speaker, double crystal chamber OLED chassis. You're going, well, what, double crystal chamber? Yes, so behind the OLED screen here is another crystal in this chamber here, and you've got the crystal at the bottom. The crystals at the bottom are completely interchangeable via the JSJ twist and click mechanism. Voila. So this chassis here, in terms of upper configurations, is suitable for the single hilt, venting the sound through the main body, the staff mode but with the quick detach mechanism, because you remove both the crystals from the bottom and then you can still use your long side grip with this chassis. And then this is also compatible with the crossguard configuration, whether you're using the quick detach grip to extend the grip or the crossguard upper body. And in terms of the single non-crossguard hilt, depending which crystal you use, if you use neither, then it's compatible with both the Fallen Order broken grip or the clean Survivor pommel. Vented or non-vented, it doesn't matter with this one because the sound's coming out the main body. So yes, this one is compatible with almost everything. Alongside the quick detach staff, single hilt, whether it's Fallen Order or clean Survivor pommel, or it's compatible with the crossguard. All depends which of these you're using, or if you're not using either of them. So that's nice and modular. And with that said, there is a basic version of this chassis that doesn't have interchangeable crystals at the bottom, same length, a 22mm speaker at the top, has the same compatibility options as well. That's a complicated one, so we'll get that out of the way. Hopefully that makes sense. We've seen that chassis before in other videos, so let's remove those. Next chassis on the list is another 22mm speaker chassis, the short chassis. A removable 18650 battery, variants of boards available, twist and click again into the main body. So this one is compatible with everything, because it vents sound through the main body. So this is already available at Saberbay. So this is compatible with the fallen order broken grip, the vented or non-vented clean Survivor pommel, the quick detach long side, and the quick detach short side. It's compatible with everything. You can install the pixel at the bottom for a light that can light up your fallen order pommel, or it can just be a light to help you guide your quick detach mechanism together. Or you can do whatever you like with it. It's entirely up to you. You don't have to install the pixel whatsoever. But this one is completely compatible with every configuration. It just vents sound out through the main body. That one's a good one. You've seen that one before in my other videos. So that's cool. And so we will now move on to ones that haven't been released yet. They'll be released with the Gen 2 release, as in when they are actually in stock. Shane might decide to release them earlier, it's up to him, but I have the designs ready and they are in his hands. Where is it? Put it down somewhere. Can't have lost it. Okay. Very odd. I've lost the chassis. I do have a lot of them. Ah, found it. Yes, I'm fully prepared for every scenario. No, I'm not. So, you've seen this in a previous video as well. This is the 28mm speaker, hence why it's on the bottom here. Crystal chamber chassis for the new gen of hilts, where specifically the sound is vented out of the pommel. If you're going for a configuration of hilts that requires the sound to be vented out of the main body, like staffs, this can be compatible, but the sound quality will be low. This is ideal for your single hilt setups, with no quick detach mechanism attached at all, just your single staff setups, single hilt setups, excuse me. So, this chassis is compatible with the new gen clean grip and vented pommel. It is also compatible with the crossguard vented pommel, if you decide to just mount the crossguard vented pommel directly onto this clean grip onto the main body there. And then in terms of emitters, it doesn't matter if it's crossguard or not. You're still venting the pommel, venting the sound out through the pommel. As long as you've got a vented pommel, you're a-okay with this one. But yeah, so this one is a pretty exciting install. I've shown it off before, but I'll show it off again. I'm pretty happy with it myself.
I'm Cal, and this is PD1.
So as you can see here, I've got a nice glowing crystal, got my Bluetooth unit, OLED unit there. There are other board options available, I believe. I've designed so many chassis, I can't keep track. But it's got some motorized crystal chamber accent. Pretty neat. And again, twist and clicks into the main body. Yeah. So really chuffed with this one, really nice. I can't wait to get this in one of the new gens. It's going to be very loud, very exciting. Okay, so that one's done and out the way. Oh, I should tell you what it's not compatible with. So if you're in staff mode without the coupler, is not compatible. If you're in staff mode with the coupler, the quick detach coupler, it is compatible. Best way to show this. It is compatible, but if you've got the other part of the grip, the short grip, mounted in as well, it's just going to be distorted sound. You're not going to get very good sound venting, but it can still vent sound out of this side as long as it's detached. The grips are detached. Okay, so I would still recommend going for a 22mm speaker vented sound out the top body if you're going for any form of staff mode, whether it's just threaded together or the quick detach coupler. But that's just me. Okay, right, so that one is now done and out of the way. Let's talk about one that might be semi-pointless. We have, this one is not released yet. This will come out with the new gens once they are in stock. This is the super stubby 28mm speaker chassis. And you're going, why have you done this? It is a combination of, there is a level of use for it and I was bored. So I designed it anyway. Hey, if you have all the options, then you can decide. You don't have to buy it if you don't want it. That's absolutely fine. I'm not pressuring you into buying every single variant. I'm just helping you, guiding you into the variants that you want to have for the setups you want. This one, specifically, super short, removable 18650 battery, variants of boards types available, board types, high amp kill switch.
May the force be with you.
Twist and clicks into the upper body, so no vented sound through the upper body. I've had trouble with this Golden Harvest V3 board, just this one specifically. I think I might need to reformat the SD card. It's lagging a little bit, but there we go, not relevant for this. This one is compatible with the new gen vented pommel Survivors, clean Survivor grip, though the distance that it's got to travel, that's a lot of resonance right there. You might find a little bit of distortion because there's so much resonance chamber there. So I kind of don't recommend it. Again, you can use it in the quick detach long side. Again, there's lots of resonance there. It might be a bit of distortion for your preference. You can also use it in the Fallen Order broken pommel grip. Excuse me. Actually, should we just see what that sounds like through this one?
May the force be with you.
So I've got the extra light vented pommel in this one, so therefore more sound venting. It's actually pretty good, actually. There we go. Okay, so that's nice and compatible with that one. But as I say, for the ones that have the sound venting even lower down, you might find it might distort a little bit. But specifically this one is for the short grip, if you are not using it to couple anything together. If you're doing it for S and giggles, if you're just putting a sound vented pommel on the short grip side of things, whether it be the new gen clean Survivor pommel or the crossguard vented pommel, or even this quick detach mechanism here just mounted onto the short side. Let's see, I've got problems with this gold, or did I flick it off? I can't remember. This is a solution for you.
May the force be with you.
There we go. Okay, let's hear this one. Nice. Very cool. So yeah, you can mount any of the sound vented pommels on here and that will sound absolutely lovely. It might not be super popular because why would you, but if you want to have a short Fallen Order, this is right up your street. Okay, right. Now, clip that out. This is where things might get a little bit confusing for you. Oh, did I forget to mention, with this one here, there is a basic chassis as well that doesn't have a crystal chamber, but it has OLED and Bluetooth options, 28mm speaker at the bottom there as well. That is compatible with exactly what I said was compatible with this one, which is mainly just the single hilt with a vented pommel. Right, now on to the complicated one. Let's try and manage this off screen for a second. It's another lovely, very hot day here in the UK. We've got a bit of cloud cover, but the winds are a bit high, hence why I've had to close the window. So you guys can still hear me murmur on. Right, this one here. This chassis, are you thinking, well, this is just a basic with a 28mm speaker at the bottom, just like the chassis I've just mentioned previously. Yes, it is. This is an interchangeable speaker option pommel to allow you to drop between the sound vented pommel on the clean grip, so whether it be the crossguard pommel that's vented or the new gen Survivor pommel that's vented, you can drop between this setup here that you see here, so it'll be compatible with your crossguard upper as well, which you can still use 22mm speakers for as well. So this one's compatible between this setup here with a vented pommel of some kind, or the single or crossguard upper bodies, or it is compatible with the quick detach grip as well. That's a little bit confusing. Some of you might be going, well, you're just venting the sound through the quick detach grip. No, there's a little interchangeable speaker pod in this one. So, if I flip this on.
We ran into some trouble on our last job.
Oh, a very low on battery. So you've got Bluetooth, OLED, you don't have to have either of those, it's just additional options you can have on the drop down menus on the website. Different board types are available as well. So, nice and loud, 28mm speaker. Again, it will vent sound through either of the vented pommels through the clean grip, or twist and click the speaker pod off. Your chassis print will also come with this blanking cap as well. You don't have to use it, I recommend it. It helps guidance for the rest of the assembly, which I'll show you soon. Twist and click in, you still have no sound. Twist and click into the main body, still got no sound. Get rid of that. This is now, if you want sound, it's no longer compatible with any of these. You've got your clean grip with QD quick detach coupler point here. You can thread that on here. Da-de-da-de-da. Like so. Move that out of the way. And then you also have the rest of your quick detach grip and the short grip. So you're thinking, this is a bit strange. What have you done here? So, chassis print you will receive will come with the spindle and this speaker housing, as well as the main body, the blanking cap and the speaker cap. You don't have to use what I've done here, the JST connectors. You can hardwire it through, but you reduce your options. So this is where it gets confusing. Pay attention, grab your coffee, sit with me a moment. So, spindle travels through here with its wires, like so. It's got a thread on the spindle as well to thread onto the main body here. Run your wires through. Now, if you were to hardwire, I don't use the JST micro 2-pin connectors. If you're hardwiring this connector through to here, you can't undo this without desoldering everything. But you might just be going for the crossguard setup alone. I like to have things modular myself. So I'd recommend doing the same as what I've done here if you want to keep things modular. But it's entirely up to you. Hardwire or JST connectors in, entirely up to you. It's your toy at the end of the day. I'm not going to tell you how to play with it. I'm just going to give you the options of how you can play with it. Tuck your wires in. Thread your... Just making sure I get the right end on it. Thread your short grip onto the end of it, like so. You can now thread on a vented pommel of some kind onto the bottom of the short grip, whether it be the clean Survivor new gen sound vented pommel, or whether it be the crossguard vented pommel. And then this can quick detach through onto the main chassis. And now you have sound. So this is the cleanest way to get sound with a 28mm speaker if you are going for an extended grip version of the crossguard. Or it doesn't have to be the crossguard, it can be the single hilt as well. If you just like the extra length and want to use the quick detach grip to gain that extra length, this is the way for you. As long as you've got a sound vented pommel on the bottom here, you can connect through and gain that extra length and keep the quality of sound without having to put the sound through the quick detach grip, which will reduce your sound quality. Equally, you can still use a 22mm speaker chassis in this configuration that you see here with an extended grip and vent the sound out here. But I know some of you are die-hard for the 28mm speakers. I've given you that option now. It's entirely up to you. So this can be used with the crossguard or single hilt setup, not staff compatible. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty awesome. I really like this. I can't wait to get a sound vented pommel on the bottom here, because this is really loud. All sound fonts are by Jesse at Kyrophonic. Well, this is part of the Survivor 2 package that he did with K-Sif and Blue Mamba. But yes, I think I've covered all the chassis options now. There's a lot, and this one throws a lot into the mix, having that interchangeable speaker sections. So there's one speaker section. Take off the blanking cap, that's just used for guidance, and I'll show you why. It just helps guide that spindle in. You don't need it, but I recommend it just to make sure you don't break that or lose your connection for any reason whatsoever. And then we'll plug in the speaker cap at the bottom via the JSJ twist and click mechanism. Beautiful. Okay. I know it's a lot. I know it's very confusing. I think it'd be a good idea if Shane and I just went through all of the options for each chassis and maybe try to list it out. But equally, have a look on this video, pause on the setup that you think you want to go for, and have a listen to what I have to say. But overall, if you can't get the sound out the bottom, 22mm speaker at the top. And when I say you can't get sound through the bottom, I mean directly through the clean grip and a vented pommel, or a non-vented area. So you want to get the sound out here. If you want to get the sound out the bottom and you want to use a 28mm speaker, make sure you have clear access to get sound out of the bottom of the clean grip full on order grip or the short grip. Yeah, hope that makes sense. In my mind it makes sense, and it does make sense in reality, but whether I explained it well enough, I do not know. Thanks for watching, guys. I've got another video coming out maybe tomorrow or a couple of days, of which I won't be talking about any of my products. In fact, I won't be talking about a specific product. I might actually talk about a specific product, but I'm going to be covering some really good news. Some really good news personally, but I think it's also good news for the Saber community. I want to spill the beans now, but I think it's worth waiting for. It's fantastic for me, really fantastic. But yeah, we'll save that for next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like and subscribe if you can. That'd be greatly appreciated. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.